Opened in 2001, it lies on the same site and retains the name of the city's beloved former stadium. We're here at Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Punter Rigoberto Sanchez has it teed up and ready to go. And off we go from Denver. Returning it from the 4. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Opening play, and Bo will throw. He's got the hook up to Ingram. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Play action with Nix. He puts some power on a deep one left. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Kenny Moore with the pick. Colts force the turnover on the first series of this game. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue and go get yourself back in rhythm and back on script.
So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
He locates Adonai Mitchell. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. He's on the move. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Trying to throw for it with Richardson. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on him.
Can't happen. Man, that's just something you never, ever see at this level. That's a complete failure of operation, not just by the returner, but the return team in general. And now, instead of getting into your normal offense, you got to find some way, somehow, to dig yourself out of this hole.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he gets him around 6 there. Charvarius Ward brings him down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. Nix from the gun. This is on target to Christian Watson. It's a gain of 22. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by having all the extra yardage.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
That's caught. It's Breece Hall. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. They get 35 out of that one. And the Broncos will have a first down. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You can almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes that sideline's a player's worst enemy, but sometimes it could be their best friend, and this is one of those times when that best friend delivered.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. It's Nix out of the pistol. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the second...
And he gets in. Touchdown. The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Going after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. Off the play fake. Here's Richardson. He's got his man. That's Alec Pierce. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something when no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he's got a nice gain down inside the 10-yard line. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Colts take a 2nd quarter lead. It's an Anthony Richardson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st down from the 31. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Finds his target, Hall.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Throwing on 1st down, Nix. On the move, headed right. He just throws this one away.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Again on 2nd and 10, Nix. He connects with his back deep down the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3. Now a give running right. defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They get 19, and now they're going to have first and goal. They'll run here. It's Hall. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Another chance to get that lone yard. Here's second and goal. Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Breece Hall with the touchdown. Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos tie things up at 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They're out and set, first and 10. From the gun, Taylor. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Second and 6 now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie from Texas comes up with it. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Bronk, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Play action with Richardson. Launches one deep downfield. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Gets this one to Pierce. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. First down throw here from Richardson. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. Broncos have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
I know he started the play as a defender, but gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion. I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road. Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Flushed out of the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Looking to throw. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds him over the middle. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down. They go again with Taylor. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Oh, he loses the football. And this goes out of bounds. The fumble, not ideal, but hey, did end up being a small gain on the play.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Oh no, they get him yet again. Dre Greenlaw picks it off. And the Broncos will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Hall running between the tackles. And he made a bid for it. It's a good gain that's stopped down at the 3. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
The give on 2nd to Hall. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Hall goes up and over for the touchdown. The Broncos push their lead further to start the half. Breece Hall with the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just a positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. That one finds Josh Downs. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He beams one deep right side. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their 1st sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along your route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They're going for this. He's trying to push the field. That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Nix. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos keep their drive alive and reach pay dirt 1 play later. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Taylor now up the middle. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be 1st down, Colts. Taylor again. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Taylor makes the catch. Get some space around midfield. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. On target to downs. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Colts have it to start the 4th, but given that score, they're going to need points every time out from here on. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They're going play action. Escapes out to the left. He can run it. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested captures, and he couldn't.
Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock, even if it would have been a touchdown. That was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react, and then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact. You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Mitchell will go in motion right. They're going Taylor. And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Colts get it back to a 14-point game. Sanchez has it all set for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Nix from the gun. He's got Watson. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that first down. Here's Hall once more. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos making a 3-score game in the 4th. Wow, how about the timing on that call? They catch him off guard, and it's an easy score on that wide receiver run.
That's exactly right. They crossed up the defense there, busted some tendencies. What a great call, and what great vision as a ball carrier. You don't always see that from wide receivers. That is a job well done.
Lots there to tack on the extra point. And the Broncos stretch their lead to 21. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And they pick him off again. And the Broncos get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Watson with the catch. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Nix. Completed over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
1st down from the red zone. Touchdown, Denver! Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos grow their lead yet again. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Return starts at the 9. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Taylor. And this one does not go far. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 7.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So to the side of many mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. And this winning streak continues to grow as they claim their 4th victory in a row.